Alright, now it's working. Hello everyone, welcome to episode 4 of the HoH cast, and I'm still Donut Cop, and this is still Dizzy.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
And that is still Luna. He's done.
Unfortunately. Oh,
And then-
fuck off, Donut.
We still have Nick.
Oh, that was a good one.
And then, a super special guest enthusiasm, we have Mr. Paw, Yellow Paw.
Thank you for inviting me to the podcast.
Whoa!
The Pawcast!
I heard that. That was sneaky.
Alright, I guess I'm the only one that's enthusiastic about this. Hi, Mr. Paw.
Well,
Hello.
I was thinking of different questions to ask Paul. I do not have half
We are
the
so
questions.
excited! My, nipple
Enthusiasm!
tassels are swinging in the breeze!
Grow!
Well, because we do have a special guest, we are going to do special guest segments from now on. In the beginning, we're going to start with a Paw Q&A, where we ask questions to Mr. Paw, and I already have some written down. If you guys have others, let me know, and ask them at the end. So let's start at the beginning. Mr. Paw, how'd you get into gaming?
Well, a long time ago when Diablo was the big game at Blizzard Entertainment, I ran a multinational gaming community for, I don't want to call them endangered children, but children with bad lives, like rough home styles and such, so they had an escape. And I've been doing it ever since.
Oh, alright.
You're a
Very
fucking
noble of
boss. That's in the podcast, gonna everyone, but Paw's a badass. We're done.
Yep, that's pretty much
it's
it.
over.
Paul's too awesome for this podcast.
Yep.
Too
we will
awesome
continue
for
on.
The shirt. Too awesome for the shirt. So awesome it hurt.
Good continuation. Let's
I
move
am
on to
a
the second
model.
question. Shut up, Luna. No, you're not. The next question is, what is your favorite game genre or game developer?
I love RPGs, and if I were to stay with that or any kind of RPGs, SquareSoft is my fallback whenever I need entertainment. So
Oh, now he's my
What's
best
a
friend ever.
Squaresoft?
Squaresoft, before they made Square Enix. Before Square and Enix.
Oh!
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
Before
you now, Pa.
Squeenix.
I love you now, Pa. You're my best
I
friend.
love you. You're so beautiful.
Oh,
I
thank
miss
you.
Squaresoft.
Please
tell
Squaresoft
me-
made good games. Square Enix sucks. I mean, what?
Please tell
No.
me no homo.
Nikki, they were about to
Oh,
get
the homo.
homoerotic, and I was about to get
God.
really excited, so you need to not talk about the actual developers and just let them have their moment.
Here's
What are you
the
guys
thing.
wearing tonight?
Here's the thing. Purple's just gonna murder me, so I'm just gonna keep it under the rug. Which means us,
She will.
yeah,
The
which
ender of
leads
hopes.
to number 3, which is how'd you get started with House of Hellion?
That's really a good question. I was at an XPG game one night, of course, 2-Fort, because 2-Fort for life, and Princess and Hellion seduced me with their nipples jointly.
I believe it.
Yep, sounds about right.
That sounds like something they'd do.
Which
I mean,
means
Listen.
That's how you met them. How did you get into HOH specifically? I mean,
I
was it just they were like, "Hey, we're having this server. Would you like to join on?" Or
Well, after that, I disappeared for a while because I was moving around and doing that gaming thing and all that. So we ended up running into each other later, and he said he had started We Know Hellion, or he was part of We Know Hellion. And then after a while, they wanted to make a group called House of Hellion, and I just kind of transitioned over there and picked up server stuff and went with it.
I
Um,
hope when you heard about We Know Hellion from Hellion, you were like, "Really? You named it
Huh.
after yourself?"
I did say exactly that.
Before we go on with this, can I just ask, just to shed some light on for me specifically, but everyone else who doesn't know, what is We Know Hellion?
Is that a question to me or to everybody?
Yes,
Yes.
We Know Hellion is pretty much the forefather of House of Hellion. It was another group that had Princess and Hellion at the top, obviously doing their thing, and it was a bunch of group people that knew Hellion. Some bunch
So
of
it's
people.
like our grandfather?
yes.
Yeah, it might be your grandmother. I don't really know its gender. You'd have to ask them that.
Okay.
Question for another
All
time.
right.
But for now, it leads to question number 4, which is, what do you think should be added to make HOH better or a greater diversity?
Well, we're pretty diverse, so I mean, I can't really improve diversity when we're already around the world. But I got to tell you, we're doing a lot of very exciting things. If I may, soapbox for a moment.
Go for
Oh,
it.
please.
We are in the process of right now of having our own virtual server built on top of the game server, so that we will independently host multiple platforms from our website. We have graphics cards giveaways coming up here in the near future. We have some commercial sponsorship ideas. We have some commercial revenue generating ideas so that the site and the game server and our community become self-sufficient. So lots of stuff on the back burner that's constantly going on that we're working on right now.
I should
Holy
also explain,
shit.
for those who are still not aware who Pa or Yellow Pa may be, he is a very high-ranking admin. I'd say he's like number 3 next to PB and Hellion in the admin sort of circle, and he keeps the website and everything running so that way it doesn't crash and die.
When it
on
crashes
that,
and dies, that's Dizzy's fault.
Yep.
Hey!
hey Donut,
Only
you mind
that one
if I,
time.
on that note, kind of interject a question right here for him?
Yeah, the last two are dumb anyway, so go ahead.
All right. Hey, Paul, I was wondering if you could kind of explain exactly kind of what you do in the background for HoH. Like, because people don't really, I don't think, know exactly what it is you do. They just kind of know, at most, they know you help make the forum, but I don't think they actually know what you do. Would you like to expand on that a little?
No, just kidding.
All right, moving on.
Well, that's it, everybody.
I work on the forum, like you said. I build the website. I do that stuff. I manage our security updates. I make sure our server stays in proper running function with plugin updates, source bans, which is our admin utility that we use to keep troublemakers away. I do all those kind of things. I'm basically a big housekeeper. So, I mean, there are things we can't control, like, upstream provider issues and things like that, which is what our server suffers from the most, I would say. But here pretty soon we'll have a solution for that too. So that's all part of making HoH better. But the thing that makes it the best is definitely the gamers that play with us, because they make the community as good as it is. It's definitely the people and not me.
Oh,
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
Aw.
yeah. I mean, have you seen us 4? I wouldn't say that quite yet.
I'm charming as fuck. Shut up.
All right.
I actually have 3 questions for you, Mr. Paw.
3.
If I may. 3! I
All
can
right.
count to 3.
That's fine. Go ahead.
Valve
The
can't.
first question being, how do you feel about Origin?
Oh my god.
Quite the question.
Huh.
Oh, Attack
Well-
on Origin.
I'm going to be real about this. I think it's a Steam copy. I'm not a big fan of Steam right now, but I definitely don't like Origin because of the way they do their web-based game interface and stuff for like Battlefield. I don't think that at all. It really bothers me.
All right.
Alright,
What's your
he
second
also
question?
hates Origin.
What's your second
The
question?
second question is, would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck?
Okay, fair enough. So run this question by me one more time.
Would you rather fight with 100 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck?
Let me ask you a question in return. Have you ever delivered newspapers?
No.
So you wouldn't know that ducks eat your shoes, therefore 100 ducks period would kick your ass.
Well,
There
it's not
you go.
100 ducks, it's 100 duck-sized horses, so it's a bunch of little teeny tiny horses or 1 Sasquatch duck.
Well, but given the fact that there's duck in this homogeneous crossing, your shoes are going to be a victim here.
What if you're not wearing shoes?
Then your toenails are next.
Should I move on to the third question?
Yes.
I don't even know.
But Dizzy, there is no such thing as 3.
I know. Valve can't count to 3, but I learned. I tried really hard in school, kids. My question is, I saw in the forums that you had a sweet-ass t-shirt design with the Mona Hellion on it. How does one get their grubby paws on that? Because I want it so bad.
That's a really good question. That shirt is a concept shirt. If there's enough community interest, we're going to put that shirt into production.
Oh, come on, guys. Please be interested. I really need Hellion's face in on and around my bosoms. Not his actual face. His Mona Lisa face.
That's going on the quotes page. Going on the quotes. I guess I'll end with my dumb questions because I think one of the main things about HoH is TF2. So, which would end with, what is your favorite TF2 class?
I'd have to say sniper, even though I'm terrible.
And then finally, favorite series of game.
Or game.
Or game.
Just say favorite game series.
Yeah, that one.
Well, I understood that part. I really like Dragon Age. I think that was just a great series. I mean, there's a lot of great games out there, but Dragon Age and Dragon Age Origins and all that were really a good time for me. I really enjoyed pretty much sleeping with everybody on my team.
Yep.
Hot.
That has been the Q&A portion. We will do this every week.
I'm not done. I have a question. Just one question.
Okay.
Alright, Pa, if you could go anywhere in the world besides Australia, obviously, like anywhere on Earth, where would you go?
Good question. I've covered 11% of the Earth's surface with my feet already, being ex-military, so I've been all over the world already. But Antarctica was the one place I didn't get a chance to go, so that's where I want to go.
Why?
Why
not?
Yeah.
Why not? Why not? Absolutely.
It's cold. That's
Tap
why
dance with
not.
the penguins.
Canada is cold, Nick!
Shut up, Luna.
It's true!
Shut up.
It's fucking true.
Moving on. Thank you, Mr. Pa, for
Lunar,
answering.
I was told by one Brick Tamlin that all Canadians do is cover themselves in maple syrup and complain about the weather. Is this true?
That is very true. We also complain about the government because it doesn't work.
You cover yourself in maple syrup? Can I lick you?
As long as you don't go too low.
So that's a yes.
To the window, to the wall?
Oh my
syrup
God.
come down my balls.
Okay, I'm going to move it on before it gets any weirder. Thank you, Mr. Pa, for answering our Q&As. Thank you for answering our Q&As, Mr. Pa. But now we want you to stay with us and talk about topics, because I hear you have a topic that you want to talk about later on in the show.
Oh, definitely, man. Dress sizes and curtains.
Definitely. So that'll be at the end of the show. But for now, let's start with how we usually start, is what have we been playing this week? So actually, you know what, Mr. Pa, since you're our guest, you can go first. What have you been playing this week?
Thief.
Okay, thank you. Moving on. Miss Diz, what have you been playing this week? No, that's a lie. How is Thief? Is Thief good? Should I buy Thief?
You should buy Thief. I will buy Thief for you if you want me to.
I'm not going to let you buy me Thief. All right, thank you. Buy Thief, everybody. Pa says so. Miss Dizzy, what have you been playing this week?
I have finally started Saints Row the Third. I was playing with said Canadian Brick, and it's pretty great. I mostly just look at the strippers and crash motorcycles. I haven't done anything useful, but it's quite the game. I like it a lot.
Wait. There's more to that game than just looking at strippers and crashing motorcycles?
There's
Dildo.
also a purple dildo bat.
Yep, there's that. What's
Oh
up,
my
Pa?
god.
Which is conveniently placed in Dizzy's closet. I've seen it.
You weren't supposed to tell anyone, Paul.
My bad. Sorry, Zach.
Now, Diz,
No.
when you're done Saints Row 3, get Saints Row 4 because it is a much better game than Saints Row 3.
Yeah.
I'll keep that in mind.
Holy crap. I played Saints Row 3, it was alright. Saints Row 4, blew my mind. Awesome game.
Alright. What have you been playing, Miss Diz? Oh, I guess. Alright, then Luna, what have you been playing this
That
week?
was it.
I haven't really been playing much all this week.
Alright, then Nick, what have you been playing this week?
Let Luna finish.
Donut.
Fine.
You're an asshole.
I know.
So I'm not going to finish. Your turn, Nick.
That's what she
Oh,
said.
come on,
Okay.
Lunar. We want you to finish, like, maybe on our neck.
No.
Then kill Donut for me.
Nikki?
I'm having weird images in my head. Never mind. All right. Basically, I haven't been playing too much different. I just got through with some more Diablo 3 that some friends got me into. And mostly just Rust, which actually Paw got for me because of that one giveaway they were doing. I waited about 2 weeks to decide what game I wanted, and I was like, Rust looks good. And I talked about that last week. It's a fun game, and I appreciate you getting that for me again, Paul.
Hey, no problem, man. I get down with the Diablo 3 too. I don't play Rust though, so you'll have to let me know how it is.
Oh, it's great.
I guess
It's horrible and it's great.
What do you mean horrible?
It's very frustrating when you get killed repeatedly and your house gets looted and you have to start over again. But when you do it to others, it feels really good.
Wow.
So it's like Dark Souls and Daisy, or Days,
I was
whatever you
gonna
want to
say,
call it.
also known as the
Daisy
Daisy
meets
experience.
Minecraft.
Yep.
It's
Oh.
Daisy meets Minecraft. That's all it
Okay.
is.
All right. I guess this just leaves me. And I've been playing this week lots of Hammerwatch with Diz and a couple other HOH people. Also been doing some of the Starbounds and the Papers, Please. Very good game, Papers, Please. Go buy it. It's actually very, very fun, despite being a diplomat, game where you just stamps on paper. Very good. And Starbound, which, don't buy it yet. Buy it in maybe a month or 2 months when it actually gets new features and you don't have to update it every week. But otherwise, that's about it. Aside from, lots and lots of GTA 5. It's still fun. Still so much fun.
Why isn't it out on PC yet?
Rockstar.
Guys,
Fuck you, Rockstar.
Guys,
What?
I have to leave the podcast. I just received Saints Row the 4 from a certain paw print having individual, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to talk
you will
anymore. I got shit to do.
Stay.
Oh, come
Stay.
up with the hookers!
Stay.
There's so many hookers!
Stay.
All right.
Stay.
Can we,
Okay.
take a,
Grudgingly, okay.
can we take a moment to praise Paw for giving Dizzy Saints Row 4?
Yes, we
Paul
can.
is way too
Thank you.
generous.
Yes, he
Paul.
is.
You're
He-
on.
Sweet potato.
Yes.
I'm not generous. I stole that from a little kid at the corner store.
Oh, never mind.
Stealing the game from the kid for me, Paul. That's so nice.
No problem. I'd steal candy off people like Candy Crush dropping the candy trademark.
Oh, that'll be later.
Oh!
Don't. Not yet.
Segue.
Good
He likes
segue.
to spoil. He
Good
likes to
segue.
spoil.
That
That's
was such a good segue.
That is a
It
good
was
segue.
such a good segue. We are going to skip ahead to our next topic, which is, yes,
Damn it.
Candy Crush did abandon the candy trademark in the U.S. because is the worst trademark I've ever seen. Because people
Aside
can,
from Apple.
yes, besides Apple, but otherwise you can't. How can you do a whole word like that? How can you just do candy?
It's not the word,
I
it's how
thought that-
common it is.
Yeah. I mean, after that, I almost went out and bought the number 2 for trademark. Because obviously I can do that.
No, just get the word the.
Yep, there we go.
But
That'll
I thought
work.
that they had trademark on the word saga, not the Candy Crush. 'Cause
No, they
I
had-
knew that they were harassing like the Banner Saga
They had candy
because
and
it had
Saga.
Saga in it.
They had candy
Yeah.
and Saga.
God.
And you can't because Saga was in games before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So I
but
don't
Banner
understand.
Saga is great. That's a
It
great
is.
game.
I've heard it's very good. But that's not the topic, Mr. Pa. You're doing good, but
I got praise, yay.
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 But yeah, they still
You're
own the Saga
welcome.
trademark. They still own the Saga trademark, but now they just dropped the candy trademark because it's such a common word like candy in a game, like on an iOS game, you can't trademark that. If they trademark Candy Crush, that's different. But just candy, I'm not sure how they even made it past the offices to be like, candy trademark? No, that's no.
They're
Well,
too
did you
busy
see
playing the game.
Yeah.
They had stolen the idea from some game called Candy Swipe, and the poor developer was using it to like raise money for his mother or something. And it looks almost exactly the same. Like the candy symbols that they use are almost exactly the same. But Candy Swipe had come out in I think 2010, and Candy Crush came out in 2012. Candy Crush is more like polished because it was done by a big company, but the idea wasn't even theirs. I mean, it's all a knockoff of like Bejeweled, but even having the candy pieces was already taken by Candy Swipe, which got completely knocked out because of this Candy Crush. So, what the fuck?
We're not saying that you're bad people for trying to trademark candy, but you're a bad person. That's all I'm saying.
So, isn't everything a knockoff of something?
Yes, it is.
Generally.
There's no such thing as an original idea.
No, there is not.
What if I have an idea of like purple otters flying on unicorns to the Sahara?
Been done
That's
before.
not
been
original?
Somewhere.
It's been
It's been done.
Check TV and art.
Aww.
Yep.
Damn
Yeah.
it.
Or Reddit. But moving
Or
on.
4chan.
Or stay away from 4chan.
Ah.
But
Lemon Party?
nope.
Moving on to topic number
Special
3.
fried rice.
I heard you guys like movies.
I like
But
movies.
would you watch a Minecraft movie by Warner Brothers?
No.
Okay,
The
moving on
Lego
then.
movie's doing really well. It's like the
apparently.
same thing but different.
And apparently, on the update, the Lego movie producer Roy Lee is on board to produce a live-action Minecraft movie. First, that sentence.
Why
Live action Minecraft.
action? Why
I
live
don't-
action?
I'm not
Well-
sure.
I gotta admit, I was talking to Dizzy right before the podcast about this Minecraft movie, and I mean, what are they gonna do? Dig a hole for 2.5 hours?
Yep.
Dig a tunnel, dig a tunnel.
I don't even know. Maybe the creepers and the skeletons won't even be creepers and skeletons. They'll just be really oddly colored people.
I just
Alright.
want to hear
Oh,
somebody.
I've got
They'll
it.
just be. Okay.
Go for it.
No,
Huh?
you go. You go.
I was just gonna say I got it. The creeper will just be chasing the protagonist down, and all they want is a hug. But they can't give him that hug because they'll explode. But all that creeper wants is to feel the touch of another.
That's dumb.
Dizzy?
Movie
Dizzy?
done!
Dizzy?
Yeah.
Fan fiction. Find it. I'm sure it
Oh,
exists.
I-
There
Gonna
is fan.
write so
If
much
there is an
fan
idea,
fiction.
there is fan fiction for it.
I mean,
I believe that actually probably is a fanfic. I have no
Oh god.
problem believing that.
am I a
Did he
terrible
bang at the
person?
end?
Yes.
For what?
Exactly. That's exactly where I was going. Am I a terrible person for just wanting to see like a creeper actually explode in live action? I want to see a person explode on camera. That's what
That
I
actually
wanna
would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think
my
maybe they could pull it off. It was like a multiplayer survival kind of Minecraft thing, and it was a bit like Lord of the Flies esque. That might work, but live action, fuck, I don't know.
live action with Minecraft.
They have
Live
to ham it
action
up. They're going to have
Minecraft.
to ham it up pretty bad.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like intentionally ham it up as hard as they can. It's the only way I see it surviving.
But do you know what's actually good that's coming out soon? Pokemon is coming to Netflix! Whoa! Unfortunately.
It's already there, isn't it?
Yes, but unfortunately, it's only the Black and White series and the Indigo League series. And then the Black and White movies. So,
There are series.
yeah,
They didn't start from the beginning, therefore they do not.
exist. Yeah, I'm disappointed. Go from season 1, please.
So
Please.
Pirate
Best
Bay to them.
seasons.
So we're
Yeah.
going to Pirate Bay
You know what
then,
is
right?
on Netflix though?
What, Diz?
Digimon.
Yeah,
From the beginning.
yeah.
Watch that.
Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon are the champions.
So, just want to put out real quick since you mentioned Pirate Bay. House of Hellion does not condone or condemn the usage of pirated software and
Exactly.
or movies and features.
Yep.
Beautifully said.
Don't take anything we say on this show for realsies, because if we don't want to get in trouble.
Not because it's bad or because it's immoral. We just don't want to get in trouble.
Hey,
Just don't yell at us. I've been in
Yeah.
the corner 3 times this week already.
yeah. Look, it's hard to tell the difference between black and white in a gray world. Alright, but moving on.
What
Are
did
you
you just quote? Donut! Donut!
What?
What did you just quote?
No one. I made that up.
Bullshit. Who did
No.
you
Quoted
quote?
every comic book ever.
I
Yep.
I didn't. I'm like a poet, man.
Bullshit!
Whatever.
Your
Moving
poem,
on.
I can see that. Poem by Donut. Fuck you, Luna. Masterpiece. 50 million.
Moving on. Elder Scrolls Online was rated M for mature for sexual innuendo, severed heads, and drinking games.
Game is awesome.
Yep.
That makes me want to play it.
Game is
Yep.
awesome. The start, man. Anybody? Wait, I can't talk about that. There's an NDA.
Can't talk about it.
But it's awesome.
It's awesome.
Just
So,
like
is
why is
that
that
it then?
news though? It's of course it's going to be rated M.
I'm more
it's-
interested in why it's rated M for and why they picked the specific ideas of sexual innuendo, severed heads, and drinking games.
Well, about drinking games, you can't drink until you're so
Well,
old, you know?
no,
you don't
you
want
can-
13-year-olds going, shots!
You can drink whenever you want. It's illegal to do it until you're 21.
Shot. Sorry, I'll go on.
Go ahead,
continue.
Tom.
We're trying to
HoH
prevent
does
that.
not promote
Condone or
underage
condemn
drinking.
underage. Yep. Go ahead.
Well,
Tom.
Don't.
I mean, I'm not sure, but World of Warcraft, right? I play that game like crazy. That's not teen, I don't think. And there's sexual innuendo in that. There's drinking in that. There's even drug usage in that.
Yeah.
But
I
can
thought
you
it was teen.
decapitate someone?
No, you can't. That's true. You can't kill anybody off. But you can kill yourself. You can commit suicide.
ESRB has rated World of Warcraft as T for blood and gore, crude humor, mild language, suggestive themes, use of alcohol, and violence.
See that?
Well,
Huh?
you can kill yourself
Blood
in
and
scribble
gore.
knots.
They said blood and
So-
gore.
Yeah.
With a knife. Interesting.
You can create a pregnant baby in Scribblenauts, so I don't even know.
You can create, if you type in suicidal man and then put a gun on the other side of the map, he will run to it and then shoot himself. It's very sad.
That is horrible.
It is horrible, but it's actually true.
That's funny. Is what that is.
Thanks, Dizzy, for being
It's
the wealth of
horrible and
information we
true.
need to know.
Oh my god.
Dude, you gotta know how to play the game.
I'm just still confused why they put sexual innuendo, severed heads, and drink. Why not just say blood, gore, violence, the typical rated M stuff? Why make it so specific?
From
'Cause
it's ESRB for one. It's rated M for blood and gore, sexual themes, use of alcohol, and violence. Includes online features that may expose players to unrated user-generated content. So it's rated M.
But back to that part, the only thing that's separating this currently off that definition for World of Warcraft is severed heads.
Yep. ESRB's weird.
Well, more realistic
Yes.
violence is more, like, scary. Because if I'm gonna kill a bunch of people but they explode into fucking pixie dust, that's fine. But if I'm gonna kill somebody and see, like, their head
Pixie
pop
dust.
off and their intestines
Pixie
and
dust.
shit, that's a little much.
What, Pa? Do you not bleed pixie dust?
I'm saying.
Yeah. But yeah, ESRB is weird. I think that's how it really goes. But on more serious notes, violent games makers would be denied tax credit under the new reform blueprint. This was one of your topics, Pa.
This is ridiculous.
This is very weird.
I really don't think this is going to be able to go through just by the way the law is currently. I mean, even the article itself is like, yeah, we don't see this being able to be passed due to the president. What? Give me a sec. Just because the video games are considered art already, even violent video games, they wouldn't allow this because it's considered art. They can't say, well, this tax credit wouldn't work because it's violent. It's considered art.
Yeah. If I'm reading this correctly, they just wouldn't get an R&D tax cut. Is what they just wouldn't get.
It's all about R&D, exactly. That's what makes the whole thing so silly.
Yeah. I'm not sure what they're trying to do with this bill. What's the point of being so specific at violent game makers and not giving them their R&D tax cut?
Well, there's two things that stand out here. They, one, don't really define what is considered a violent video game, and two, the only people that are really, like, you could work around any other way to get anybody these tax credits, but violent video games are written into the law specifically. Those are the only people that are for sure not going to get these tax credits if the law were passed.
Yeah.
And the problem with this all, really, which bothers me the most, is that cost, if you will, is just going to get passed on to the consumer.
Yeah. Because I know in other countries, things like Australia, I think games are like $100.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
somewhere around
they're also heavily restricted.
Yeah,
like Left 4 Dead 2,
restricted.
there's no blood. Yeah.
Yeah. No, as far as I know, if they pass this, and I don't think it pass. I mean, I just don't think it will. It's too open-ended to pass. But if it did pass, video game prices would go up tremendously just because R&D is very expensive. It takes a lot of money and a lot of man-hours to create a violent video game in any sense. Or any video game, really, just because
Exactly.
the research and just development of a video game takes a long time.
Well, they're already expensive too, don't I? I mean, if you look at it, they're like $69.99 for AAA titles now.
Yeah, they're going up. I would like to believe that they're not going to rise to a ridiculous level, but I can't see how this would make sense, how this would help anything, the economy, the government, or the people that make games. And as just a side note, I think it is very disheartening to see that they are still using massacres, like the Sandy Hook thing, as a reason for why violent video games need to be banned. I'm just going to put that as a side note.
I was about to say.
No,
Yeah,
exactly.
same here.
I'm just putting that as a side note. It's not just because, look, I feel for you people at Sandy Hook. I'm sorry, but look, it's not violent video games. It's
Well, that's
It's
it. They
not.
place all the blame on the video games instead of on
Movies,
like the
TV,
parenting
music,
or
parents.
Bad parenting.
any other kind of media. Like it's okay. So violent video games exist, and you think that if we let children play these violent video games, that they will in turn be violent. But the availability of these games, like these games existing, is not going to make the children play them. It is up to the parents to watch out for that sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like, if you think that your child is not going to be able to handle shooting somebody in the head at age 12, do not let them play Call of Duty. Like, I don't understand why the video games themselves are being demonized, because so many people get so much joy from them that I don't know. It's frustrating.
It's because
Oh,
parents
it's-
don't like to take the blame for themselves.
Yeah.
No one takes responsibility. They have taken. If you look at the laws we have, and don't ask me to quote any off the top of my head. I could find them if you wanted, but there are so many laws that just make it to where parents don't have as much responsibility, or hardly any. Like, don't leave your kid in the car. That's a law, yeah. But it's very obvious things, because parents these days are young and stupid.
Yeah.
They've just made the laws where they have no responsibility. They can literally just drop their children off and say, I don't want this kid anymore, if they're young enough.
Isn't that crazy?
I figured it
Yeah.
out. Funnel more money into contraception, and then we won't have this problem.
Craziness. Don't talk craziness. But my
I
favorite
know,
thing,
right?
my favorite thing that I saw was, I think it was in England, a kid brought a gun to school, and he was stopped before he did anything, and they're like, "Oh, violent video games was why he brought a gun to school." And then they showed footage from StarCraft 2.
What?
I
Why
don't-
would you? StarCraft 2 is not a violent
Yeah.
video game in any way, or
I
anything
don't
like
get
that.
it.
Like, I don't.
You
I
know,
mean, there's
I
like
understand.
a splatter of blood, maybe, but like it's why?
Well, it's because Jim Raynor's the Antichrist.
Yep.
Boo
Yep.
Fucking who? It's
I wanna kill
StarCraft
everybody.
2.
Kirby told me to do it.
Yep. Kirby told me to kill everybody by eating them.
Yoshi says
Kirby
to
and-
burn things.
Yep.
Kirby and Yoshi inspire cannibalism.
Yep.
StarCraft 2 has a teen rating on ESRB. It's
I
PEGI
don't-
12.
I think the end of this story is that people are dumb. I think that's it. People are dumb
Yeah.
when they don't
It's
know
People
stuff.
so fucking stupid. You know what? Actually, there was. I saw this in the news about a week ago. There was a kid. Don't ask me where it was, but he went to school, and his dad dropped him off, and the kid got expelled from the school because his dad's car had a gun in it, and the kid had nothing to do with it. He got expelled because the dad had a gun in the car.
Oh
Mm.
my
Where was
God.
this?
I don't remember. I saw it. I skimmed over it because I thought, you know what, stupid people. Moving
I'll
on.
Google it. Hang on.
Okay. While you're Googling that, let's move on to hopefully... Well, I guess I was going to say happier, but no, it's not. It's that the new Tony Hawk game is coming to mobile, not console.
I was never a Tony Hawk person, so...
I liked it.
I gotta be honest. I don't remember which one it was, but when it was on the original PlayStation, I played that game till my fingers bled.
Yep.
That game was great.
I
Was it
have a.
Pro
I-
Skater? Is it Pro Skater?
Might have been Pro Skater. I don't
Pro
remember,
Skater
but it was
2.
great.
It was a
One of
while
them.
ago. Those games were so much fun, but now it's coming to mobile devices.
I mean, like, is Tony Hawk even still alive? Isn't he like
Yeah.
65?
No, I think he's like in his 30s or something like that.
Oh god, not his 30s.
Yeah.
No way in hell. He was
Yeah.
born in '68, so.
Oh, what?
Yeah, he
No
was born.
way.
He was
Was-
born in.
No, he
he
wasn't.
He was born in
looking at it.
1968. He's
I'm looking at
45. He's born May 12th, 1968, which makes him 45 today.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk, you're old. Alright, well, Diz, you said you found the information about what Luna was talking about?
I don't know if it's the exact same story, because there are actually a lot of stories like this, but the one that seems to come up the most was in Charlotte, North Carolina. The student was driving his father's car, and the father had left an unloaded shotgun in the car. It wasn't that the father had dropped him off with the gun in the car, it was that the gun was in the car at the school with the teenager. But he was then arrested and expelled because his father had left an unloaded shotgun in the back of the car when he took it to school.
Yeah, that
So,
was the story.
That's a little bit
That's
more
different.
likely, but it depends on how it went down. if the kid was like, "Oh my god," and went and told someone, it's like, "Hey, I gotta take my car off campus. My dad left a shotgun in it, and I don't want that on
That's
campus."
what happened.
If that's
Oh.
what happened, then that's fucked up.
Yeah.
I will say it.
The,
But
uh,
if someone like walked past his car and saw a loaded shotgun in there and be like, "Oh god, there's a shotgun in this fucking car," then yeah, I wouldn't blame him for expelling him.
Well, that's the thing. The gun was unloaded, but it says in this article that the child, his name was David Cole Winthrop. Very
Don't say his
southern
last name.
I like it. It's
edit
on the
it out.
internet.
Edit it out.
I'll edit it out.
Okay.
End this part. Moving
Whatever.
on.
No, this part's fine.
Shut up, Donut. Moving on,
Okay.
Diz. What were you saying?
Am I allowed to talk?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
It just said that he found out that there was a gun in his car, so he went to tell the school, and the school arrested him. Kind of like the kid who accidentally packed one of his father's beers instead of a soda for lunch, told a teacher, and got suspended.
You know, you don't have to edit that out if you just quote the source.
Oh, okay. Dizzy,
It
what's the
is
source?
charlotte.cbslocal.com.
All right.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Oh,
Thanks, Miss Diz.
on the topic of someone bringing beer to school, we had a foreign exchange student from Germany who actually brought beer, not accidentally. That's just according to him anyway. That was completely acceptable for him to bring a beer to school, and that was normal.
What? Holy shit.
I can't verify that is in fact normal in Germany, but that is what he said, and everybody seemed to believe it. So I was like, okay.
That is what he said. Is that like a penis joke?
Yep.
Yes, with beer and penis.
The
matches
drinking age
up
in
well.
Alcohol
Germany
and
is...
penis.
16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
But
allowed
moving
to...
on to
Wow.
other things that involve legal stuff, because this has been a legal-heavy podcast, I realize now. But former Mob Wives star files suit over GTA 5 and wants $40 million in compensations.
What?
Karen Gravano, daughter of Salvatore Sammy the Bull Gravano, claims her image and life story was ripped off, seeking $40 million compensation.
It's the reason she wants 40 million. It's like, hold on, it's 20 for something and 20 for compensation. And I'm
It's
just
$20
like,
million
what?
compensation and $20 million for punitive damages, which I don't know where the
Compensated for what?
punitive
she didn't
damages
lose anything.
for punitive damages. I guess
How dare you tell my story?
I think her idea is that because it is actually really close to her life story. I guess the idea is that
I give that, but
from the
there's-
sideline, but I don't see how you get 20 million. I think what her idea is that, well, I should get a cut of whatever was made from the $1 billion that they made in revenue.
Well, that doesn't make sense because GTA 5, it's a fictitious story. They'd have the whole legal process saying it's completely fictitious. Any relation to real or dead, real stories, real people, life or dead, that would be
That's
just pure
coincidental.
coincidence. So she wouldn't be
Yep.
able to get anywhere with this.
That's not necessarily true. If she can prove that they were
Nick?
You cut out, bro.
Well, Nick died, so we... What do you think, Paul?
Well, I think that it's just ludicrous what people try to get money for nowadays. Now, if the in-game imagery is a one-for-one of her physical manifestation, then sure, but she's not going to get a dime.
Yeah. Also, I
By
like...
that logic, you'd say that anything is based off of anything. Like, I saw a blonde girl walking down the street. Oh my god, it's Princess Peach!
Yep. I also
What?
like... I don't know if anyone else remembered this, but when Lindsay Lohan tried to sue Rockstar because of the bikini girl at the front looked like her. You can't see the air quotes I'm making, but Lindsay Lohan, shut up, you're dumb. It does not look like you, the blonde bikini girl.
She is dumb.
She is
What?
dumb.
Do people
Even-
really talk about Lindsay Lohan anymore?
Apparently.
Wow.
Hasn't she been in rehab for like 7 years or something?
I don't know.
I hope
It's a
it's
lot of
more than that.
Oh my gosh. There's also another bit. Apparently, a rapper called Daz Dillinger accused Rockstar in October of using two of his songs in the game without permission and demanded that Rockstar give him more money for the songs or destroy all remaining unsold copies of GTA 5.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah. People are dumb. I think that's how I want to end this one.
You know, if I may, if
Yeah.
I was an unsigned artist or even a signed artist, no offense to this gentleman, but I've never even heard of this guy. So, if my stuff made it into a video game, I'd be flattered.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
In a game that makes $1 billion in 3 days, I would be flattered if they just put my stuff in there. I'd be like, oh, thank you.
Have you ever played Dead Island?
No, although
Yes,
I
I
have
have.
considered.
I have.
Well, it's a pretty cool game, but there's this rap song at the beginning by an artist I believe named Sammy B. I think that's the name of the
Yeah,
artist.
that's his name, Sammy B.
And that song was awesome, and I had never heard of that guy until I had seen this song.
Yeah.
Yeah, I freaking love when they put real music into game soundtracks. Like, I played Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012. Oh my god, some of the stuff in there, it's alright, but there are some songs in there that are just really freaking good.
Yeah.
Like, I can't list stuff in the top of my head. I haven't gotten the soundtrack yet.
Two best things about Dead Island was that opening and the cuts or the trailer.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with that. Yeah.
Those were the only two good things about it. But Nick
Well,
crashed.
and you could jump kick people
You could jump kick people.
till they nerfed it.
A bit
Yeah.
off topic. How is Dead Island Riptide compared to the original?
Same
Never
thing.
played.
It's the same thing except for a few fixed bugs, but otherwise same bad combat, same bad story, same bad graphics, same everything, just
Mickey!
some bugs. Hey
Nick's
Nick,
back.
Nick
My
returns.
computer froze. Just randomly decided it was frozen. Anyway, where are we at now?
Welcome back.
we're about to move off topic because I just found something new that I wanted to talk about on the subject of bad gaming stuff, which is Titanfall won't have a split screen option.
What?
Apparently, Titanfall is really garbage. From what I've heard from multiple people, it's Call of Duty with no kill streaks.
Yep.
That's a shame.
That is
Really?
Doesn't Titanfall have giant mech suits in it though?
Yeah.
But that's the only thing. Instead of being on the ground all the time, you're in a robot.
Well, no, it's not about that, because in Titanfall, when you're on the ground and you're a pilot, if you play it like Call of Duty, then it will feel like a Call of Duty ripoff, but that's not how you play as a pilot. When you're a pilot, you're supposed to be jumping around doing those parkour stuff. You see a wall, don't use it as cover.
Comer?
Have you?
Cover.
Cover.
Don't use. If you see a wall, don't use it as cover. Use it as a platform to launch yourself somewhere else. You go farther if you jump off a wall, land in a building, kill 3 guys, jump out, jump off a wall, jump here, go over there, fly halfway across
But
the map
Luna-
in a few seconds.
Luna, that doesn't excuse that there's no story campaign or split screen mode or offline mode.
The story campaign,
There
that's
is
fine
none.
by me. I don't
No, that's
mind
not
that,
fine.
but
Well, it's only on Origin anyway.
And
Is it really?
360.
yeah, and,
It's
X-
only
and
on-
Xbox One
And 360.
and 360, which no one cares about.
Xbox and Origin.
And the 360, there's a rumor going on about the 360 version that it won't be developed by Respawn Studios.
Yep.
So there's that.
People are dumb.
We're back to dumb thing. Matter of fact, I think all dumb clauses should just be renamed to Lindsay Lohan.
Yep. And sticking with the idea of dumb things, the next Assassin's Creed game won't be set in Japan. Sadness.
That is complete Lindsay Lohan.
Yep.
That is completely Lindsay Lohan. I agree.
God damn, Lindsay.
You-
Lohan.
I would have bought that game if it was in Japan. I'd just had
Ninjas!
to.
It's so
Ninjas,
easy.
exactly.
It's
I mean,
you,
Assassins, Japan, synonymous.
Ubisoft. You're so dumb. You are the
That doesn't mean
dumbest.
they're not going to make it. It just means they aren't making it this next game.
Ubisoft Toronto boss Jade Raymond rules out Samurai historical era.
But I read somewhere that they have planned the ending to Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I know. I heard that they have the ending plan for whenever they do decide to end it, but they can keep going until they start to lose sales. I mean,
I
once,
like
Yeah,
flag right now.
that's more than likely.
once
I got
they,
a boat.
yeah, we all have boats, Pa.
Oh,
We're all
I-
pirates.
I know it won't
Yeah.
be set in Japan, but I want to know why it won't be set in Japan. What makes it such a bad place to set Assassin's Creed?
They just
It's-
say that that's just that's ruled out, but they want to do the person's favorite historical era, which they won't tell us.
That I'm kind of
Vikings!
interested in.
Vikings would be
Vikings.
sweet. That'd be
Yeah.
sweet.
That would be sweet.
That would be a Viking assassin. That's the most ironic thing you could ever say.
I think
That probably is, yeah.
I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to, because they have that whole secondary, plot with the Minerva and God, that dumb side plot that wasn't
Desmond.
really involved. Yeah, that whole side plot with the Minerva and that if you don't save the world, destruction, that whole thing, and how the Apple of Eden's like some magical super weapon.
I hated that. I
Yeah,
played Assassin's Creed 3, and I was looking, I was like, what the fuck? Why?
No
This
one
is
likes
the
that side plot.
This is the stupidest thing ever.
It's the worst. So what I'm thinking is they're trying to stay within an area that sticks to a sort of Christian or Catholicism sort of religion area. So that's why it's not going to be in Japan, is what I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. That's just what I'm assuming at this point in time.
That's actually... I could see that happening. I mean, Assassin's Creed takes place mostly in Europe. Then they move over to colonial US. But then it's Europe. That, I could see why they wouldn't go over to Japan.
So confirmed, the Assassin's Creed game going to be set in the Crusades. Just taking an assumption.
Oh,
Still holding out
God.
for Vikings.
Yeah, I'm holding out for Vikings.
But
I still don't see the Vikings being an assassin. Like they're big. They're not subtle in the slightest. Their main tactic is to come in screaming.
Yeah. That's
not what an assassin does. They
Maybe
don't
he's the only
assassinate.
assassin.
It is the way I play that game.
Yeah.
God damn it, Nick.
So
That's not what an assassin's supposed to do.
Not
Do you
the
yell at
assassin.
the TV? Do you yell at the TV?
Oh yeah. You got you off the TV.
Are you like, oh, sorry, I will crush you, and then you jump off a building and stab somebody?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Just stand on the
Like,
building
like
ledge.
just because the hidden knives and those are awesome. Just like that's all I need.
Just stand on a
Walk
building.
down a street,
And when
about
someone
30 people fall over, and you wonder what happened.
when someone just walks by you, you just like, you didn't see it coming, and you just jump on top of them and kill them. That's how you play that game. But
Sounds
now,
about right.
yep. Now, Mr. Pot, I heard that you had a topic that you wanted to talk about.
I do have a topic that you didn't steal from me. Cough, cough.
Hey,
Apparently, Verizon wants more money for gamers to have access to the internet.
yep.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
is that the I think I know what you're talking about. What's it called?
They believe that because gamers use more traffic, they should help contribute with their money to help keep the internet healthy. That's almost a quote.
But lots of gamers are already paying more. They're the ones that are gonna spend the money on the higher tier so that they can get more Like, why would we have to pay more on top of more?
I'll tell you, I would drop Verizon in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I think anybody who actually has the option of doing so should. Like, I've already dropped Verizon pretty well off my cell phone, but
Well, I was going to say here first of all, without getting into politics, they released cell phone data usage in conversations to the government, and then now they want to prioritize internet. What happened to net neutrality?
You
net
know,
neutrality, that's what I was looking for.
that kind of died with Verizon once they found out they can't make as much money.
I don't know. FiOS, or however you say it, FiOS is pretty good internet, but apparently, and that's
Fios.
not. FiOS isn't even capped. You know, it's not capped. It's unmetered. It doesn't have any restrictions, and yet they still want to increase money for gamers, and I think that's absurd. Which means they're going to have network monitoring tools in play to know that you're gaming.
I want Google Fiber.
I want Google Fiber as well.
We all do.
I want internet that's not potato.
A gigabit down for $70 a month? Yes, please.
The only problem with Google Fiber is that it's going to come to big cities one little bit at a time, and Prince George is not exactly a big city. We're pretty fucking remote.
I tried to
Oh,
find
I'm
like
with
Me
a
too!
tried to find a calculator that like would tell me how much it would be for like on AT&T, how much it would be for like a gigabyte down a month. I could not find it. But going
I have the max internet here off AT&T's Uverse, and I don't even pay anywhere near 70.
Yeah, there was a kid that came on one of our HoH servers and was talking. Well, one called PB a Luddite, two called PB a guy, and then three told PB that to play better, she needed to buy 100 megabit down per second internet for $300 a month.
Is that what that was about?
Yeah.
Even though she's got like 85,000 kills?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and then later he asked, "Hey, who's the admin here?"
Yeah.
And everybody laughed.
Yeah.
Oh
He did not
man,
stay
it
long
was
after
great.
that. He was gone after that.
That
But,
was
you know,
hilarious.
I don't think he got banned though. I think he just left because he felt like a dumb guy.
He was. He
He
should
was
have
a
left
dumb guy.
earlier.
He still
wa-
is.
He was such a Lindsay Lohan.
I see
So-
why you did that there.
I have a question for all you guys, except
Okay.
this
Go for
and
it.
Nick. So this is only for Donut and Lynn.
No.
Yay. I feel special.
Do you feel that our banning policies under our MOTD are too strict?
No.
Not at all.
Honestly, I'm surprised that, the kid didn't get banned after one. Well, I guess he insulted PB twice, really.
I must have not been there.
Yeah. This
You-
was, I
you
think,
mi- you missed
what was
it.
that? Then was this Thursday night?
Fuck, I don't remember.
It was one of the nights, yeah. I'm surprised that he didn't get banned, honestly. For one, insulting a person twice. Actually, well, I guess he technically insulted a person a few times. He kind of went against some derogatory language, which wasn't really cool. But, I think we're fair. We're fair.
I
Honestly,
think we're very fair.
if you don't want to read the
General
rules,
rule is just be a friggin' dickhead.
yeah.
You
Well-
can handle that.
If you check the bans page, it will visualize for you. It says, "Don't be a douche and you won't get banned." I mean, we're up to 690 bans. That's a lot of douches.
Yeah.
To be fair, about 500 of those are probably all during Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And all via me probably.
But guys, this has been our very first HOH podcast, HOH cast, with a guest.
Wait,
What?
wait.
What?
You didn't let me talk about Twitch starting Pokemon Crystal.
Right, yes. Twitch.tv plays Pokemon, has finally finished Pokemon Red, and now they're moving on to Pokemon Crystal.
That's really all I wanted to say, but you
why
totally took
would
my
you
thunder.
go from Red to Crystal?
Gen 1 to Gen 2.
Crystal is in with Gold and Silver.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was wondering, it's like, what? You're right.
You
They're
know-
very...
The more you all talk about it, the more I realize I'm the only HOH member that doesn't have a clue about Pokemon.
Oh, Paul,
Oh,
we have
I
so much
was-
to teach you.
Paul,
I was
you're
average
not
12 when it
you're not
started,
actually
and I
the-
went with it.
you're not the only one. I do not play Pokemon at all. I have
Like you-
I have what is this, Pokemon X, and I think I might sell my 3DS and Pokemon X to a guy because I just don't play it.
So, I mean,
I'm
guys...
just like,
He's one of my friends. He wants to because his friend Skype doesn't work, and he has Pokemon Y, and then my friend wants a 3DS and Pokemon either X or Y, so we can talk to him on the through Pokemon.
But why sell your 3DS?
Because I just don't use it. I have a PC. I have a tablet. I
There
don't.
are games to buy, though. I told
Yeah,
you,
I know.
Fire Emblem, and buy, some of the Lego games that are on there.
Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D.
Legend of Zelda.
I have Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D. I have Luigi's Mansion Dark
Luna!
Moon. I frickin' love the GameCube version of Luigi's Mansion. And I was so stoked when I heard that Dark Moon came out. I just don't play my 3DS anymore. I have a ton of games
the
for
3DS
it.
to play the new Ace Attorney game, remember?
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Tell him to buy his own 3DS.
Well, you gotta watch out because Nintendo had just said how they were getting rid of Wi-Fi for lots of their games.
Oh,
You would
why
be
didn't I
able to-
add that? Darn it.
Yeah. Why isn't that a
That's
topic?
because-
But
1 second.
that's because Nintendo's going down.
Yeah, they are.
I will
It's
go down
sad.
with this ship. I love Nintendo.
I want
Yeah.
to say I will go down with Nintendo, but only if they make Metroid Prime 4.
So I've got another little topic while we're waiting for Donut.
Alrighty then.
What's that?
I'm developing I'll call it a trading post for the website, where you can sell and trade things with other HOH members, but in real life. So example, if I wanted to sell my 3DS, I'd
Cough,
have
cough.
a form section. I'd have a form section to say, hey, I want to sell this 3DS, and then it would be only for HOH members. What do you think?
Ooh.
I like this idea.
I have a question. If I made like little plushy things, could I try and give them on there? Like, could I use that as a viable?
If people want it, sure. Just all you have to do, you guys can post up about it. Matter of fact, let me put this out real fast. The website, due to our migration, is in a pause period, and what that means is, as of about 5 days ago, any posts that you put up and such, like this podcast, cough cough, won't move over to the new server. So you have to repost them.
That's all right. I have to move everything over anyway.
I'm just making sure you guys were aware of that. I know that was a little sidebar, but
Yeah, we got told that last night.
It's okay, because I return now with news that Nintendo is shutting down the Wi-Fi connection services.
Oh my goodness, I had no idea!
Shut up, Dizzy.
But not
I
for
actually
all
had no
games,
idea.
Just for a few.
The Nintendo has announced that Wi-Fi connection services for the Nintendo DS, DSi, and Wii systems will soon be shut down. Services like the Internet Channel, Netflix, the DS, DSi browser, Wii Shop channel, and the YouTube will not be affected, but online play, matchmaking, and leaderboards will no longer be accessible.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
How will people play
I told you.
online then against each other?
You
Going
can't.
down.
Not even
Only-
like Mario Kart, you can't play online. You won't won't be able to do Pokemon battles.
Only on DS, DSi, and the Wii.
Okay, guys, I was about to freak out because
Okay.
Mario Kart 7 is one of the few games I at least used to play my 3DS.
The Wii
And all
U
I
and
ever did was sat online. And I was like, oh my god, I have no use for my 3DS if they get rid of that.
the Wii
Wait,
U,
but if
the 3DS, and the 2DS, which is dumb, will be fine. They still have their Wi-Fi connections.
But how am I supposed to battle little Korean children on my Wii and my Mario Kart?
You can't.
But I
Wait,
wanna.
so on the Wii, but not the Wii U, right?
Just the Wii.
I
on
have
the
a
Wii, how would you play Smash Bros. Brawl online?
I have a solution.
You
can't.
don't.
Play it on your Wii U instead. Would that work?
It's not backwards
I-
compatible.
It's not backwards
Fuck!
compatible.
You're dumb,
What?
Luna.
The Wii U is compatible. Are you just telling me that the Wi-Fi isn't?
The Wi-Fi
Yes.
isn't, I don't think, but the games definitely
Luna.
are.
Luna, it's like saying, well, I want to play Halo 2 online with my friends. What should I do? Just put it in your 360.
Well, I have to tell you, that is definitely Lindsay Lohan.
It is legit, but the service won't follow over. The servers are down, Luna, is the thing.
Goddamn Lindsay Lohan.
Yep.
Fuck.
Did anyone else have anything they wanted to talk about? Mr. Paw, maybe?
I pretty much ranted too. I couldn't rant anymore. So thank you for having me on the podcast.
Yeah,
Alright then.
thanks for coming in.
Podcast.
It was
Yeah.
awesome.
You
The
said it again.
podcast!
The
God damn it, Pa.
This has been our first episode with a special guest, and I think we will continue to do special guests from now on. Next week, I will announce this now, we're going to have Mr. Foxy Freeman on as our special guest.
Nice.
If you're interested in being a special guest, I will be putting a post on the forums.
They're going down,
I know, when they come back
or they're
on.
moving.
About the sort of the questions that you'd have to answer and how you have to have a microphone and mumble and whatnot, in case you're interested.
Mumble
So-
is free.
It is
It's
free.
It is.
Thankfully.
But if you do want to be on the podcast, I guess just send me a message over
I
Steam.
was just saying I was gonna put it on the forums.
Yes, but the forums aren't ready yet, so no one would see them until they are ready.
Well, you can see them until
Oh.
we migrate, and then they'll
Never
go
mind.
away.
Never mind.
Gotta be in control of everything, don't you, Donut?
Yeah, you shithead.
Yes,
Yeah. Yes.
it's literally part of my job to be in control.
So I could close this with a random off-topic statement.
Yes.
Sure, why
Go
not?
ahead.
I was told today by a female that every time a man masturbates, little sparks of life are extinguished.
You're dumb then if you say that.
And this has been HoCast.
This has been the HoH Cast. Thank you again, Mr. Paw, for being on with us in our dumb conversations.
I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
man.
thank you for coming
Thank
on.
you.
Pa.
Thank you for
That's
making an
awesome.
awesome community, being an awesome admin, and making a great website.
And not being a shithead like Hellion.
And having a sweet, sweet ass.
Oh,
You have a
yes.
sweet.
I was trying to be sincere and kind, but then you guys
Well,
went very
there's
on.
nothing insincere about
I'm
my
not saying
compliments
you
on
did.
his ass.
There
I'm not
is
saying
no-
you, Diz. I'm talking about Luna.
I am being sincere. He's not a shithead like Hellion. That's a sincere what is it?
To Luna,
Compliments.
that is sincere.
Shut up, Nick.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Well, thank you all for maybe listening. I don't know if you will, but thank you. Thanks to Pa again for being on with us. We will see you all maybe next week. I am still Donut Cop.
I'm Nick.
Diz.
I'm Dizzy.
I'm Luna.
And I jumped the gun. Ha ha ha.
And that is our special guest, Paw.
Hi.
And we will see you later. Bye!
Bye.
See you later.